Okay, people. Here we are. Here we are. You've been impatiently waiting. Seems legit. Finally got my notification lit. Where are we at? This is in Montana. We have a tornado warning right now for Petroleum County. That'll be in effect until 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Law enforcement has actually confirmed this tornado. So there actually is some sort of activity happening here. I don't know. I think this tornado is a bit more to the north, but we'll see. We're gonna be getting someone on here in a bit. Hopefully. There we go. All right. We got a new person, not really new actually, but you haven't seen him in a while. Here's Logan. So go ahead and introduce yourself, kind of, while we are discussing these naders. And he muted himself. Rip. Give him a second. He's got to fix his mic. He'll fix it. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, we've got a pretty interesting tornado warning here. Earlier, I was looking at some stuff, and it was kind of really interesting.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. There's Logan. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Anyways, so I don't exactly know where this tornado is, but all I know is that this thing is racing off to the north and east at 50. So, if you do live in this county in Petroleum, you need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Hello everyone. I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Logan?
I think I finally got everything sorted out. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Okay. For some reason, Discord always likes to shift my mic and speaker to default, and then it doesn't come through my headphones.
Yeah.
So that's what's weird.
Yeah, that's the same for me. But yeah, that's a long time no see. Nice to see you back here on the live stream.
I see a handful of the chat is just
Going mental,
like spamming my name.
Yeah, it's been a while. Did you see that the end ping actually died today on our radar scope?
Yeah, it's because everyone was like spamming it and giving in a bunch of false reports.
Yeah. Can I? Is it safe to bet that it was probably like a 13-year-old that did it?
I also just wouldn't be surprised if it was some dude who just got bored in his basement.
2020, 2020ing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into what all we're going to be dealing with today, guys, because I'm pretty sure you guys are really excited to figure out what exactly is going on. There is an enhanced risk for mainly wind, 30% chance, which is mainly just wind gusts from 58 miles per hour and above, as well as the hatched risk in place, which would be for wind gusts over 74 miles per hour. So something to keep in mind. There is a hatched risk for hail too. Regular risk would be just hail over the size of an inch, and then the hatch would be over 2 inches. The tornado risk has kind of depleted a bit. However, I said this was a hot zone last night in my Discord server. I said the risk over in the area near Aberdeen would kind of deplete, and I would say that northwestern South Dakota, southwestern South Dakota would start to ramp up a bit. And here we are. We've got this going for us. So, yeah, it's going crazy. Let Logan cover the snake. Got a lot of stuff. Yep, no problem, Morgan, no problem. At least he came out for yesterday. That's the truth. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. Let's see. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery. I feel like the satellite imagery would be pretty beneficial to you all and see how much this is exploding. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if you've seen this, Logan, but I'm going to tell everyone this. Apparently, there was a PDS tornado watch issued in Canada, which is...
Yeah, I'd seen that in Storm Central earlier.
I find that kind of funny, too. You know, was it, has a severe thunderstorm watch already been issued, or is it a, yeah, it is a severe thunderstorm watch. I wonder if they, will change it to tornado later.
I don't know. So far, there's no mezzo discussions in effect.
Yeah, I don't think there would be.
I saw one earlier that was talking about some kind of watch issuance. I think it was thunderstorm, though, and it was like a 40% in about the same area.
Let's see. Apparently, Environmental Canada has issued tornado watch for portions of southern Saskatchewan. Not that it matters anyways. Nobody lives there save a bad rapper who wants to make $1 million. That sounds about right. But still, I find it kind of funny that, you know, of all places, Canada gets a PDS tornado watch. So, let's see. The probabilities of the tornadoes today, actually, for the severe thunderstorm watch. Where's my pen tool? Where did it go? Mistakes were made. I gotta recreate my pen tool. Apparently the probabilities just for tornadoes in general in Montana are 20%. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it gets amplified a bit as it heads over into South Dakota and North Dakota. Mainly just because, you know, stuff actually starts to hit the fan. Those can get discrete supercells. Speaking of discrete supercells, as I take a look, I'm actually going to have to exit GR2 and then re-enter it. Get a couple different tabs here. But I will say this much. Granted, we still have the tornado reported. Here's actually the tornado report. Law enforcement reports tornado west of Winnett. So that's actually interesting. Of course, when you use the Billings radar, it doesn't show you anything. But when you go to the Glasgow radar, it actually shows you that stuff could actually be happening. So, Gorilla Hail. That's what Ethan says in the chat. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it still shows the rotation there, but it's actually not as strong as it once was. So I'm not really too concerned with this tornado warning in petroleum anymore. I was concerned of it prior, but it kind of has lost its signature. I'm going to be completely honest. However, this entire line, I'm pretty sure could, it says 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and $half size hail. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually goes 70 because there are some spots in the line that actually are pretty intense. So there's that much. Landon Sports Talk, what's up? Earth-sized hail. Dude, can you imagine like these meteors, but instead of them like actually be like solid rockets, like literal ice?
Yeah. That's like some day after tomorrow crap.
Dude, it is. It really is. Also, guys, if you see me eat some food every now and then, it's because I haven't ate dinner yet. I've been pretty lazy. I've been pretty lazy today, actually. I've been more or less watching an anime that I actually wanted to watch. I watched an anime last night, and I wasn't satisfied with the ending. So I'm like, okay, I need to watch a new anime to replenish my dissatisfaction in the recent crap animes. And then I was like, wait a second, what am I doing with my life? I need to actually find good ones. So...
Just what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I wasn't streaming, yes, because I was trying to find an anime that is actually good, and I actually found one that's kind of decent. Now, I gotta say, the one I watched last night was pretty decent in the beginning, got better towards the middle, and then it sucked towards the end. I was like, dude, this is not the ending that I wanted. You better make a season 2, or else I will kill you. Literally go all the way to Japan, go to the front door of the director and say, you're dead.
I always find it funny with productions like that, where it's always like they have so much potential and it keeps climbing the higher up it, or the further along it goes in the season, and then just crashes right at the end.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely sucks. And this even goes for anything besides anime too. Like these shows,
Yeah.
they're good, and then bleh. What platforms do I watch anime? 9anime, because I don't want to pay for anything. True facts. Oh, I probably will start paying for stuff eventually. I already have a free subscription. Well, my family already has Hulu and Netflix, so I can watch stuff on that too. Watch Castlevania for quite some time. That was a great anime.
But you can only get so much off of both of those.
Mm-hmm. They did. But it still was a pretty good anime, in my honest opinion. Nice action.
I mean, as long as they're subs and they're actually subbed by a decent translation company, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Netflix doesn't have a good reputation when it comes to dubs or live actions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The tornado that you thought wasn't on the ground yesterday actually was on the ground and was very large. What do you mean? Every single storm that I thought was actually, well, there's only a few that actually had tornadic rotation that I said was on the ground. If it was the one in Wyoming, then yeah, I said that one was on the ground. If it was the one that was crossing over into South Dakota, I said that one was on the ground for sure. My goodness, were you there? Were you watching my stream yesterday, Logan?
I was for a good part of it, yes.
Did you see?
I kind of tuned off at like probably 30 minutes before you finished it when things were starting to calm down. But for the most part, I watched it.
Yeah, you saw that rotation over that storm that actually went tornado confirmed, right? The one that was heading towards Rapid City.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing was crazy. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyways, yeah, there's not really too much happening right now besides these discrete actually this kind of broken line QLCS. Although the one thing that I actually am watching for, in which I'm gonna keep my eyes on it extensively, is the popcorn cells that are forming on the southern edge of the line. That area actually has some pretty interesting parameters for what could happen, stuff like that.
I completely agree, especially as they move or continue moving west
into
more favorable air.
Yeah. The only thing about it is that there's a bit of capping around there, but other than that, although lately I think the models have actually been over capping everything.
Yeah.
It's just, can we just go back to April where the models were actually pretty consistent?
I mean, I wish we could, but even I can't turn back time.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure people don't want another outbreak. I mean, the new people may want it, but the people who don't want to get impacted may not want it. Bacon Hair, thank you for the subscription. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I actually haven't heard that notification in like some time. I heard it yesterday. I heard it once, but like I haven't heard it a lot. I remember it was like nonstop during Easter. That was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off this, and now I have IEM bot going on in the background. So we should be good there in that retrospect. We got our reports and stuff like that. Let's see. I want to take a look at the satellite real quick. And what we're going to be looking for here is we're going to be looking for gaps to where some storms could actually be quite extensive. Now, what I'm looking for here is I'm trying to look for what I have up here is the capping inversion, the CINH. We're going to want to try and find some spots that are not as strong. So typically the lower the amount, the higher chance of thunderstorms to either develop or sustain. So, the more condensed the lines are on satellite, the more capping there is, or the higher level there is. So, something to keep in mind with that. When I take a look at the satellite here, actually I'm probably going to want to stop this loop just to see. There's a bunch of supercells that are trying to develop right where there's no capping, but it's heading into areas of a lot of capping inversion. The good thing about this when it comes to like the cells actually developing is that the cap is eroding, which means it will have a higher chance of developing along the way if specific areas of cap just end up dying. So there's that much. Derpy Fire Alarms Life Safety, what's up? that's a heck of a username, I have to say that much.
I apparently seen a comment. Apparently, there's a person with the username Bacon Hair.
Yeah, I got subscribed recently. Yeah.
These usernames just keep getting more and more creative.
Oh, you're telling me. Dude, I'm pretty sure every single live stream that I have, there's a dude by the name, or at least he creates another account. Somebody just followed me on Twitch by the name of Canada's PDS. Literally just showed up on stream right here. It's hilarious. Anyways, I'm pretty sure every single stream, someone creates an account that says, and subscribes, and it shows up on my stream. It literally says, "Help, I'm in Nate's basement," and it shows up with this subscription. I'm like,
at least once every stream that happens.
You know, we gotta have our ritual of, oh, Nate has children trapped in his basement. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's some areas around here that just don't have a lot of capping inversion. And actually, the area that has the tornado warning has 0 capping inversion, which is good for that development. Bad for the people out in front of that. It's something to keep in mind. My man's imp just followed me on Twitch. What is this? Why do I have so many people following me on Twitch all of a sudden? Wow. Hurricane Lucas. Why are you all doing this? I don't use my Twitch anymore. Or at least I do, but I don't. I'll probably use it for like video games and stuff in the future. Who knows?
I do, but I don't. Does that make sense?
When you put it like that, not really. Then again, since when does anything that comes out of my mouth make sense? Oh boy. Why is the main news channel talking about a tornado risk tomorrow? Because surprisingly, there is a tornado risk in Maine tomorrow. It's kind of strange. You wouldn't have thought that there would be something up there, but there actually is. At least it wouldn't be the let's put it this way, guys. All right. If you were thinking about places to where there could be some severe weather, maybe possible tornado, the last area you would think would get that would be Maine. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I mean, maybe you can make a case for California. You can make a case for California being the least, susceptible. But Maine?
Were you saying least susceptible tornadoes?
Well, yeah, least susceptible. Yeah.
You could also make a case for Alaska, too.
That's true. They do get giant tropical systems, though. They're giant tornadoes, so. Speaking of tropical systems, what the heck's happening in the Pacific? What is that? I mean, freaking Christina is literally just going mental. And actually,
we might get the first hurricane here.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Here, let's take a look at the satellite imagery and be able to show you guys what all I'm talking about. So here's Christina. I'll play the GIF for you all to show you that it's kind of dealing with some dry air right now. It's kind of seeping towards the center area of low pressure, but you still got these bands that are still swirling into the center of low pressure. However, I do have to say this much. It is very much so disorganized right now. Christina is not having a whale of a time. But still, it's something to continue to monitor, and this thing is quite large. This will definitely be impacting. I don't know what islands these are specifically off the coast of Mexico, but they will definitely be impacted no matter what. So something to keep in mind with all of this. That as this continues to move on through, this could definitely start to knock on some people's doors and give people a rude awakening. Um, However, other than that, there isn't really a lot that's happening in the tropics. Um, the models have consistently said that the Invest 98L, is that what it was? Give me a second. They said that it's probably going to still kind of be over land. However, the GFS has recently trended to be out towards the sea, out towards sea. So the icon actually is kind of was right to an extent as to the placement of this invest. I will say this much though. It literally was just pushing on through to the side. I mean, the icon literally said that it was actually going to go out all the way to the side and like intensify to a 995 millibar tropical system. I thought that was crazy. But what was the tropical system that we were trying to forecast last year in Penn State? I can't remember what it was. It was in the Pacific.
I'm tempted to say it was the second or third. I'd have to look up the name list from last year. It was like B or C.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember everyone was going mental over it too. Like it was like, oh, it's a tropical system, and I'm like, dude, it's in the Pacific. It's not going to impact anyone.
Exactly.
And then there was also the jocks in the corner who were making fun of us because we created a group called the Unicorns of Billings.
Yeah.
I found it so funny too, because I'm almost positive that they didn't join the thing for weather, except for the dude who got the weather thing of the entire camp. I don't know why he got it. He asked a bunch of questions, but
Yeah.
let's put it this way. I guess I was the only one to ask complex questions, but it wasn't always consistent, so I can kind of see.
Yeah.
Although I kind of wish I was playing it pretty safe the entire camp. I didn't really want to let's put it this way. I didn't want to go mental and show my full passion because I thought people were going to think I was going to be super weird. And which it's still the case to this day. People still think I'm weird. So that didn't really work out too well, but still at the same time, it was a great experience and if I could, I would have liked to come back.
Police!
What?
Help!
We haven't had this in a while.
Police! What just happened? Help! Police!
JMJ Show Channel with the $1 super chat. My goodness. We got some sort of action from the police here today. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate that. Rumor has it that Radar Man still have a whale of a time to this day. Oh, for sure. Were you there for Radar Man yesterday?
Yes, I was.
That was great. That should be the logo of the Unicorns of Buildings now. It's just having a whale of a time.
I was just scrolling through the Hurricane Center's old records. I found out the one from last year at Penn State was it was Hurricane Alvin, and then Barbara was in the process of forming when we left.
So Alvin was the one that we were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's the deal with the outlook tomorrow for Nebraska? There was a 5% chance for tornadoes there last night, which I kind of said that it possibly could be a factor, could be a thing in my Discord. You guys typically, you see, I seem to talk a lot on my Discord and give a lot of hot takes, but it's kind of weird, and the reason why I say that much is because it's kind of half and half. There's a bunch of cells that form, but they're very much so disorganized. The parameters are there, don't get me wrong, but it's just whether or not it could actually do things, get organized and stuff like that. That is the main question of tomorrow's event. So, we get that much. Bring Radar Man back. I got a picture of him. Here, we'll bring it up. We'll bring that up. I literally, for whatever reason, I named it Smooth Criminal. The entire time I literally
Yeah, I
had,
remember that.
I literally had Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal for whatever reason stuck in my head. And it looks like he was just doing some sort of like dance out there. Jeez. My IEM bot's gonna continue to go mental. Hey! Severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. Where at? Give me a second. And a bunch of child abduction emergencies. I didn't think that would be on a weather IEM bot, but that's okay.
I remember one point when I was I think I was in school that day for whatever reason, and I was using their laptops, and I was looking at an event that was supposed to be happening in, I'm trying to say like Wisconsin or something like that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I look here, I see the entire state's a certain color. I'm like, what the heck is that? What did I miss? And then I go in, it's all just like Amber Alerts and child abduction emergencies. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like that's not something to laugh at, but it's not what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not think that I would find that. Actually, you want to know the funny thing too? And I'll say that while I'm talking about show you guys what's happening with this tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning, which just so happens to be for Phillips County until 5:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. When I first joined Storm Central, when Jamie was an owner, I wanted to get the research assistant or the weather analyst role so badly because I felt like I could actually like help tell people, like what all was happening. But the funny thing was that when Dorian actually was a thing, I was the one person to actually, basically keep everyone up to date. Like for whatever reason, for a weather server. By the way, that's not the real Hockey Boy innate. You'll see a yellow line through my name.
His name will be highlighted if it's really him.
Yeah. But that's besides the point. Here, let's put in this is me. Boom. Anyways, for a weather server, I kind of thought that there would be a lot more people who would be enthusiastic and like informing people, but I guess it was just more or less just more people talking about it, which I could understand. But it was still just one of those things where I was just like, what? Whoa. See ya, Becca. Thanks for coming out for the short time, but yep. You'll be back soon, so I hope that you come back. But if you don't, I understand. You have a life outside of this. Jody Faulkner, what's up? So I was just, during Dorian, the entire time, literally I was just like focusing on informing people, and every single update, I would literally stare at IEM bot while I was at school. And, granted, I still, could get by and stuff like that. It was relatively easy, actually. I was still paying attention nonstop to it. I was just wanted to inform as many people as I could. And it's just crazy. I was so involved with it. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew what was happening. That wasn't complex, so. Where's the possible tornado? Good question. As I look at this, I don't really see it. However, I think they just issued that as a precaution, more or less just because gusty winds across the board could typically produce these quick little spin-ups along the line, so something to keep in mind with that. Did I see your comment yet? Let me scroll up because, sometimes I just skip over it, and it's not anything personal. I just don't pay attention all too much. You'll get an epic supercell at 5 p.m. Me 7 hours later. We're the peep of the storms. HRRR. It's 2020. You uncultured swine. That is every single model right there. Instead of it just being the HRRR in general, it is now every single model. Basically, does not like us. Look at the HRRR, Nate. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Hype machine with 20,000 discrete cells, all organized updrafts. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird to say the least. I have to say that much. Who pinged me in my server?
It was Ethan.
Why? What did he do? What did I do?
I think he was, if I remember correctly, it was saying something along the lines of, "Did you see where the tornado warning was yesterday?" And he's referring to the one that was over Billings.
Yeah, I did. That was actually kind of funny. Imagine if that happens today too. There it is. There it is. Oh, no. This was near Rapid City. Yeah. He's talking about that one.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I said Billings.
Well,
My head's been all over the place lately.
well, it originally started at Billings, so you're not far off the mark. It's a typical reminder of what happened with Friendly Cell and Cannibal Cell.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's hurricane season? Hurricane season is basically a ideal time frame to where tropical systems could actually start to get organized. And it's a certain time of year. It's more or less towards the end of summer into the fall. But it could start earlier than summer too, as we've seen this year. So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. Actually, I haven't taken a look at I haven't had my daily look at the GFS yet. So let's do that. Let's look at it together, guys. We can basically figure out what all is happening. NAM squall lines every single event. The NAM is too low a resolution for it to say anything, but the 3K is just basically, I'm going to overmix every single thing and make it worse than it already is, which is true. Let's see. So the GFS says that it actually goes over water a bit, but whether or not it organizes is the real question. I don't even know if it's even organized over land right now. Ooh. So something looks like something does form off of that boundary there. This is off the latest GFS, guys, too. Remember what I told you guys yesterday? I said that there is a boundary that this, I guess, nor'easter creates, and it literally just becomes stationary. And I said that some stuff could actually form off of that. Could be stuff across the board, and here it is. It just kind of decides to create its own little mini organized rotation and pushes on through with all that. So that's pretty nice. Last. Let's see. Yeah, there isn't really a whole lot of stuff with the tropics right now. Must say that, to say the least. It's possible for us to have hurricane names in the Greek alphabet. We probably could, honestly. Seems how we had the earliest time. Well, what is it? We had our E name storm. At record, just the record earliest, whatever. Emily was supposed to form on the 12th, and our E storm formed on the 5th, something like that. And
somewhere around there.
Yeah, we could be seeing Faye, within the next couple of days. So, that's pretty interesting in itself. New severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible. 70-mile-per-hour winds. I told you guys that would probably happen as that continues to move on through. I said I wouldn't be surprised, and here I'm still not surprised. inch and a quarter size hail tornado possible for Garfield, Petroleum, Phillips, and Valley counties until 5:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Check Watertown, Wisconsin. What's happening in Wisconsin? Oh.
It's a severe thunderstorm there.
It is a severe thunderstorm. Just gusty winds, I'm assuming. Oh, gusty winds and quarter-sized hail. I don't see all too much hail there, I'm gonna be completely honest, so you should be alright. Gonna be completely honest with you. Yeah, it's not doing all too much, in my honest opinion. However, it seems as if the discrete cell that has formed out in front of the line here has decided to go mental. And the reason why I say that is because this cell literally popped up out in front, and now it's creating some sort of convergence. Maybe a new tornado warning might get issued for this. But the good news is that as I look out in front of this storm, there is not a lot of towns, if any, out in front of this. So that's the good thing. That is good news with that one. Cautious Observer, welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you again. Yep, there's the prior tornado warning just got canceled. So that's the good news there. Did not look like it was going to do all too much. But this right here, this is kind of interesting. And these other velocities too, they're upwards at 90 miles per hour across the board. They're looking up 4,000 feet. So, yeah, that's not another question that you might get some extreme gusty winds across the board there. Actually, I want to take a storm motion and see what these could actually be. Okay, so you could get some wind gusts in upwards of, say, yeah, I would say, yeah, 70. 70, as I said. Did you know that Canada can run fast? Well, they can definitely play hockey better than me, I'd say that. Play better than me.
Alright, I gotta go do that thing I told you about. I'll be back about like 8:30ish.
That sounds good.
Fingers crossed I can get back before stuff really kicks off.
No guarantees, but of course,
Yeah, of course. Alright, see ya. I'll be back later.
That was Logan. He'll be back in a bit. But, nice to see that he's around still. He was actually part of, my group in Penn State, so that's, tells you that he's quite reliable. Flame the safety hazard. What's up? What's up? Wish you needs. This thing is going mental. I wonder if it could possibly produce a tornado soon. If it does, then I actually wouldn't be surprised, but it just so happens that there isn't really a lot that's happening right now. New mesoscale discussion, severe potential watch probability, 5%. 5%. Can you check southern upstate New York? I sure can. I don't think much is happening over there, but we might as well. Nothing's really happening at the moment. However, you do have some severe some cells that are moving off in your general direction. Could be severe later, but I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it, in my honest opinion, so you should be okay. You see that confirmed tornado? I sure don't anymore, because it's not there. However, it was confirmed way back. The last report was what? 4:10 Mountain Daylight Time, which was 41 minutes ago. So, it's not there anymore, but it still was, it was there. I am watching a new area, though, that could possibly go. So, but look at that. Inflow, outflow, or actually it's a bit of both, because these cells are a bit more or less merging. I can actually play the loop for you all real quick. Give me a second. So you see how this cell just kind of forms out and then it merges with the line. It kind of just congeals, and you can get that kind of convergence to create some of this rotation across the board. So that'd be something to keep in mind as that continues to move on through.
Police!
Oh
Police!
my God!
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! I give this amount to help you so you can get a new desktop.
That is actually amazing. I have to say that much. I'll put that into trying and increasing the quality of this one, because this one's the one that I'm going to be streaming out of. My other one, however, is right there. I'm building it right now. All I have to do is just connect a bunch of the cords and connect the power supply, and then it's all good. Here, let me show you guys what I mean. There it is. My new computer that I have attempted to put together. It's still in the process, but all I have to do is just connect the cords, and everything shall be okay. But JMJ Show Channel with the $15 super chat. My God. Thank you, my friend. I actually really do appreciate that. Let's see. New tornado warning. Phillips and Valley County. That'll be in effect until 5:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. If it's what I think it is, it's the cell that we've been watching. I think. Yep, there it is. So, the good news here is that it isn't really impacting anyone at the moment. That is the good news. However, it probably will be. I don't think the storm track is quite correct, in my honest opinion. I think it'll kind of shift more off to the north and east rather than what it is right now. But still, something to keep in mind with that. That'll be heading off into the Vandalia area in about, I'd say, 40 minutes. So something to keep in mind with that. If we take a look at the velocities, I'm actually curious to see if it's anything all too strong. It does look like it's kind of organized itself just a bit more. I'll take a look at the storm relative velocities, and I'll actually update it a little bit. No, it's actually the same storm motion, so that's pretty good. You can definitely see the greens moving towards the radar, the reds moving away, and right in the middle is where the rotation would be. Not really an area to say specifically where it is, just to the north of Sun Prairie, but Sun Prairie's already been impacted by these gusty winds, so it's just out in the middle of nowhere right now. So that's the good news here. That's the good news. Geez, so many people are following my Twitch for whatever reason. Let's see. Is there a correlation coefficient drop with it? I don't see one. I honestly don't. Let's take a 3D to see the inflow notch. I do want to see, just based off of what the inflow notch has, to how strong this is. So, the inflow notch is kind of okay. Let me readjust this so that you guys would be able to see for yourselves. So here's the inflow notch here. I'll actually put it on lit volume. Relatively interesting. You can see the arch right here, where the inflow would come in unimpeded. It's now unimpeded right now due to the fact that there isn't any thunderstorms that developed in front of the line. However, there still is a lot of questions like, is this going to get a bit more organized? Because what I see here, you can tell based off of the structure of the inflow notch, you can kind of tell that this is kind of jutting out a bit more, like it's a wind risk. If it kind of arches back a bit more, becomes like this more curled area, stuff like that, to where it could basically channel in all of the inflow into a condensed position, then it could possibly go ahead and amplify and turn like really intense. But the one thing that I do want to mention from this is that this cell that just kind of popped up already has immense supercell characteristics. This is a supercell within a line, if I do say so myself. So, or at least it's merging with the line.
Police!
So, my goodness.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Have a good meal before working on that new PC. I hear Taco Bell is delicious.
Cautious observer with the $5 super chat. My goodness, thank you, my friend. I actually really do appreciate it. I'm actually eating some nice dinner that my parents cook for me. Typically, you sometimes cook, but today I've just been pretty lazy, so they were pretty nice to me and they made food. So that's pretty nice. But tomorrow I probably will have Taco Bell. I might on you. Use the $5 that you gave me, so thank you. But yeah, Cautious Observer, thank you for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. Spectrum width. Let's go ahead and I haven't used the spectrum width yet. I do want to take a look at that just to see if this is a bit more of a wind risk. Jeez, this is. There's some pixels in up here saying 119 miles per hour. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I highly doubt that it is actually 119. I think it's more or less 80 miles per hour, what the inflow could be. But let's take a look at the spectrum width. And you can actually see it's not as much of a wind risk as I thought. It actually is a bit tornadic. And that's kind of interesting here. What you see here is you see this kind of ball, and what that is doing is that's condensing into some sort of forcing. The spectrum width shows turbulence. So in this case, if you have turbulence that is surging down, that can indicate as a possible tornado. That's the reason why when we were looking at all the other prior tornadoes, and even yesterday, you can see that it kind of just has this ball to where the winds kind of condense and then shoot down towards the surface. So, that's what I'm trying to look for here. And there actually is just a bit of that too. Now, what I also see is I see this kind of line right here. And this indicates that this is, you have gusty winds across the board with that too. So if it was just that, then I would say this is more or less a gusty wind risk, which it still is. But it's a combined risk with the chance of a tornado here due to the fact that there is some sort of possible condensing of the actual intensity of the winds moving down towards the surface. So it might be trying to channel all the energy in, but at the same time, it's very, very disorganized right now. The tornado yesterday was too close for comfort. Oh yeah, it was strong nevertheless. I have to say that much. It was somewhat quite strong. I'd have to say that. Cautious Observer, I saw that you had to leave, so thank you. I really do appreciate you coming out, especially for the $5 super chat. So, yeah, make sure you take care out there. Get whatever is resolved with your family. That'd be pretty nice. Let's see. Wait, for real, is there PDS Tornado Watch in Canada? Yeah, there sure is. For whatever reason, I have no clue. It's not supposed to be all too big. And it's not a PDS. It's not what you typically would think as a PDS for them. For us, I should say. Not as bad. Not as bad. Let's see. There's still a lot of rotation here. And there is a little bit of an appendage here. I'm not sure. I can kind of see the outline of how this would be a bit more of a wind risk right here. If I go back to the velocities, you can see that's kind of similar. But still, definitely something to where people are going to want to continue to monitor that. I don't really use normalized rotation all too much, mainly because I just don't feel like it's as useful as it. I mean, let's put it this way. I can just basically look at velocities and tell if it's actually really organized or not. But, let's see. Saw the echo tops. Oh, they were taller, but now they're getting close to the radar. No, they've actually depleted a bit. That's really interesting. What's going on right now? We have a current tornado warning for Phillips and Valley County in Montana, Robbie. But the good news is that it's a bit too... let's put it this way. It's not impacting anyone. So that's good news. Are the velocities glitched? I don't think the velocities are glitched per se. Because if I go to storm relative velocities, you can see that in some parts it's up to 53 miles per hour. So there definitely is some gusty winds over there. What the heck is that? What is going on here? I don't know anymore. That thing is just not gonna bother. GR2 sometimes just goes bleh, and now here it is. Where was the tornado? It was right on the border of Wyoming and South Dakota. It was heading towards Rapid City. Forgot Bible study is today on online church. You watch it later. It's nice to see that you're keeping up with your religion, though. Compared to, sometimes what I do. I don't, shamefully don't keep up with my religion, which, I should. I probably should. But, I'll figure it out. Yeah, there's a general area of rotation right here. But I think that's more or less gusty winds now. My goodness. Yeah, that's gusting out. Whew. Yeah, that might turn into a microburst soon. I would not be surprised. Let's take a look at the KDP. I don't see... Ooh, hold up. An amplification in... Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely a microburst. It's a microburst right in there. Microburst just occurred, people. True facts. That was just a microburst, a downburst, I should say. So, very nice to say the least. At least it didn't happen over anywhere residential. Gotta say that much. Did you check radar scope and check Canada? I could. However, I do want to mention real quick. This radar is down, I believe. I believe this radar is down. The XBU. I don't know which one this is. This is Schuler, Alberta, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it's dead. It's XBU is kind of unfortunately dead. So that is a rip. Rip to say the least. What is a microburst? A microburst is basically when there's a condensed area of winds and rain and possibly hail that not only makes it more gusty, creates this extreme wind gusts and stuff like that, but it also can make it so that the visibility goes from like a mile to like even closer. You can't see anything from it. 90 mile per hour winds from it. Is that for real? Yeah, dude. 90 mile per hour winds with this. And a tornado possible. This is Phillips. Is Phillips this one? Yeah, look at this. My God. AWOS Mesonet. So Mesonet actually said that there was a 90 mile per hour wind gust. Where at? There's an 88 mile per hour wind gust. That was in Malta, Montana. I don't see the 90. But nevertheless, my God, that is mental. Jeez, 90 mile per hour wind gusts. And $half size hail too. That's the hidden risk. Back here again. Great stream yesterday. Thank you, D-Shiv. I really appreciate that. I really do. Hmm. 124 in Utah. That is true. There was that. This is in Montana, to be fair. This is like the flat part of Montana. Kinda. A lot of gusty winds here. A lot of it. This right here actually has a little area of rotation too. You can see the kind of overlapping of winds. And as soon as I say that, it dies. Why? 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 Okay, well, let's continue to do this. See if we can try figure out what's happening. Let's see. Bunch of reports of hail, too. Bunch of reports. It's not too big, though. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, ooh, look at that outflow boundary, chat. That in itself is... That in itself is quite mental. This is actually starting to get pretty interesting. A new severe thunderstorm warning for Billings? What? For real? What in the world is this? What am I looking at? Whoa, what? Apparently, Russia tomorrow for severe weather is issuing a high risk. Their version of a high risk. Any of you guys want to cover Russian weather? I think I should. Yeah, I should cover Russian weather. Russian weather would probably be great. Oh, boy. Welcome to 2020. This is quite the amazing day we have here. Yeah, this is more or less the gusty wind risk. It's just now straight line winds across the board. Don't know any Russian weather. Yeah. Always worth a shot. We are getting a Russian stream tomorrow. I'd have to stream at like noon, because their stuff starts early, you know, because they're the different time zone. I'm actually curious, chat. I'm actually really curious to see what all they actually are dealing with. Let's take a look at the GFS, because the only thing that we can look at is that Middle East, continental. Europe, I think, is it. Yep, that's fine. Hmm. 500 millibar wind. Let's see. What happens tomorrow? Huh? Are you serious? I can't actually see it? This is stupid. Asia. Can we see it in Asia then? Please? No, we can't. No! Okay, we can see the northern hemisphere. Oh, actually we can't. God, this is so infuriating. Alright, well, let's just see based off of the conditions that are over there. Oh, yeah, that's right. They start a lot earlier than we do. Soviet anthem lyrics, please. Seems legit. Can you check Tennessee? I sure can. I sure can. In Russia, it rains vodka. Seems legit. Follow comrades of Mother Russia. True facts. This is forecast hour number 18. Alright, let's click a sounding. Let's see what's actually happening over here. Nice. Marginal severe. I am curious. I need to see. Whoa! Gusty wind threat much? Friend said check Kentucky. I got you. Pull up ASOFX, good description on what's happening in Russia. Very reliable forecast. Let's take a look. European storm forecast. There is a 3. What is a 3? I don't know what a 3 is, but let's take a look. It was issued extremely severe wind gusts, tornadoes, some possibly significant, and very large hail. What's happening here? Let's read. I want to read it. What's my color scheme? For what? GR2? GR2, it's a custom one that I've created. I can create my own stuff like that. If you look at Russia forecast, it says not to use the GFS. So glad you're looking at it. Seems legit. All right, let's take a look. Let's read why this is happening. Okay, yeah. So nothing's happening too much. Good. Will be dominated by a deep cyclonic vortex centered over the Baltic Sea. Shortwave trough will stretch Belarus, Ukraine. Strong low to mid-tropospheric flow is forecasted. Wave frontal boundary. Warm sector. Elevated mixed layer. Effect from Turkey? What? That makes sense. The Mediterranean. Mediterranean's quite, quite warm. Scattered storms are forecasted in a belt from Caucasus through southeastern Ukraine into western and northwestern Russia. Further storms are expected underneath a cyclonic vortex with modest lower tropospheric moisture. Lapse rates exceeding 6... What? Hold up. Give me a second, chat. So let me get this straight. They're calling for tornadoes, which some could be possibly significant, with lapse rates around 6.5. I'll hear them out. An outbreak of severe weather convective storms is the forecast over this area, including potential for hurricane force wind gusts, significant tornadoes, and very large hail. There's a general agreement in global models, the Euro, the GFS, and the Icon. First off, didn't they say not to use the GFS? Don't forget to check Tennessee. Here, I'll check Tennessee real quick just to get this out of the way. Nothing's happening in Tennessee at the moment. What the heck is going on with these? I don't even know. But okay. Ooh, what the heck? Looks like a Beyblade almost. Oh boy. 3's more severe. Island gets at most gets 2. Yeah, true. Here, let's hear them out. Let's hear them out and see what all is happening. Advection of abundant low tropospheric moisture towards northern Russia, which will overlap with steep mid-tropospheric lapse rates. What are the lapse rates, though? I need to know. Presence of strong southerly flow between 850 millibars and 700. Oh, okay. Reaching 20 to 30 meters per second. I'm assuming it's much larger. So at maximum, the shear is 67. Okay, go on. It's actually not that bad. Initiation of several clusters of storms along the wavy frontal boundary, with cold front moving eastward and warm front rapidly progressing northward. Shortwave trough lagging the low-level frontal boundary, with mid to upper tropospheric synoptic scale lift simulated over the cool air mass west of the boundary. Can you tell me what exactly is happening? What? All the models simulate significant overlap of mixed layer cape values exceeding... Are you guys kidding me with this crap? What are you talking about? What? I do not see... 1,000 joules per kilogram cape? What the heck is going on? These people are mental. I mean, I can't. What is this? This. I'm laughing because it's 1,000. That's extremely low. You need 2,000 to get anything organized. This is hilarious. Over 20 meters per second of... Okay, so the bulk shear is quite nice. So this will be a high shear, low cape event. So basically Easter if you get more cape. Great. Actually, it's not Easter. It's a lower level Easter. Simulates most severe storms along the western fringe of the level 3, while GFS simulates best conditions along the eastern fringe of the highlighted area. Despite the differences in the models, confidence is high that one or more long-lived convective systems will develop during the forecast period, with a high threat of damaging winds given the degree of low-level shear and the abundance of moisture and cape. Very large hail may occur. I don't see how this is possible with 6.5 lapse rates. Unless if you have a dry spike at, say, 850 millibars, I'm pressing my doubt button. Where is my WTF button? Where is it? I can't find it. Here. I'll ask the person that no one in Europe likes. Or at least they think he's a clown. I'll ask the one and only Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump! Do you think that this will actually do something severe?
Absolutely.
And this is why Donald Trump isn't the head of the meteorological community. Thank you for my TED Talk. He even said earlier, he said, this Trump right here said that we were going to get 3 category 5s this year. So that's fun. Let's see. Threat of significant tornadoes will be conditional on the convective mode and also the degree of storm relative helicity along the frontal wave, while the GFS shows mostly straight photographs, icon, and especially Euro maintain significant overlap of high cape values and storm relative helicity exceeding 300. Oh, that's the 0 to 1 kilometer range. Okay, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. We don't need anything political. This is just, boom, Trump. Having a way all the time. Meteorologist Trump. I think I would probably just move. Combined with low cloud levels and surface-based inflow parcels, any isolated supercell may be capable of a strong tornado in such an environment. Which should see... I want to see what are the levels of cape. What's the cape levels? They're saying it's exceedingly high. What is it? Alright. I'm going to assume that their levels of high cape is 3,000. I'm going to assume it's 3,000. If that's the case, then yeah, you have your event. If it's lower than that, it's stupid. Must say that. I must say that much. I wonder, actually. Can the euro go outside of... the euro can go... How about the high res? Can it go anywhere? Regional? No, it can't. This is very sad. This is very sad. This is very sad, guys. I'm not liking this. Well, let's take a look at Europe. See, that's the GFS. What about the euro? All we can see is temperature anomalies. I'm very upset. What about precip? Icon. They said that the icon was doing something tomorrow, so let's see. It's supposed to be happening. Oh wait, I can't do soundings on the icon. That's very nice. What do you mean you're scared, Nadir? What do you mean? You're fine. A 3 is equal to a high risk. Yes, it is. Because it's the highest risk they have. Like a GR2, there's stuff going on. Is there really? That is a massive bow echo, chat. I must say that. Yep, welcome to de-aliasing. Everything is de-aliased. Okay, radar is now not useful anymore. I think we need to just back it up and say that we need to go home. Yeah, the radar is not good anymore. GFS predicts somewhere over 1,500 joules per kilogram. If you look in Europe, GFS on pivotal weather, well, the thing told me not to use the GFS, so I don't plan on using the GFS. I want to see the other people's perspectives on this too. Okay, so there's the activity. The icon is not... 15 knots of shear. 500 millibars. Yeah, there's no way. No way that it will be anything as big as they say it will be. I just find it very unlikely, guys. What the heck is that? Hold up. Okay, well, that's nice. Is Canada actually good at forecasting the PDS tornado watch? You would think that they would be. I don't know. You head out for a little so you can get your car towed and fixed soon. Okay, thanks, Maddie. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, it's just stuff across the board that's just doing its own thing. I mean, what in the world is going on? Hey, there's the 89 mile per hour wind gust right there. So there's the 90 thing right there. This right here is for, yeah, it's still 90 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's nice. They're usually good at the this and times. I've read SFX. This is the most insane I've seen them be with a forecast. It's laughable. I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. Okay, thanks, D-Shiv. I really do appreciate that. European storm forecast is pretty accurate. In Greece a few years ago, there was like a level 2, and they got like 7 tornadoes. Well, but this is like... You would think that for strong tornadoes, you would need better parameters. I haven't seen the photographs, but you would think. You'd think it would be better. Actually, I am curious. I am somewhat curious. There is no surface-based cape. Very nice. Okay, let's see what the poke shear is. So there's actually some bulk shear there. Ready for tomorrow? You're in the slight risk, probably an enhanced for tomorrow. Probably could. I'd have to take a look at tomorrow a bit more, to be completely honest. Stochastic Wolf, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Or at least you haven't been here in a while. So welcome back to the channel. Whoa. Yoink. That's kind of funny. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, let's take a sounding of this. Nope. What about that? Oh yeah, of course I do. I remember a bunch of people. I try to be sociable with everyone. So, look at the NROT. What's happening? Oh, it's just the de-aliasing. Nothing too big. Yeah, the NROT kind of does that whenever it de-alias. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It's having a whale of a time. Turns out Russia ends up getting an EF5. Sounds about right. With their luck. They also give it some sort of enhancements. Grain bin put on their side. Nice. Welcome to the 8th, everyone. Welcome to April 8th, 2020. Rapid City has a severe thunderstorm warning now. Ooh, these cells. What are they doing? Can they actually break the cap? Can they do it? Doesn't look like it. Here. Let's see with the recent satellite data. See what's happening. Okay, so the cap's slowly starting to erode, which is good for the cells that actually need to develop. Where should we eat EF5 for breakfast? Seems legit. That is a seems legit right there. Gosh, there's so many terminal aerodrome forecasts. Go away. Bunch of overshooting tops. I think that's more or less mainly because of the bow echo, though. There's been plenty of that. Let us see. Let's see. No cap for breakfast seems legit. Trying to see if there's anything else here, because there isn't really too much. I mean, there's a bunch of cape. I have to say that much. If something forms right here, actually, like there's some sort of storm that forms right here, I guarantee you it probably will like be relatively strong. You just need something that can form right within that area, and then boom, train go boom. And you might actually be getting a storm that forms there. Hold up. I feel like this is the whole wait for baby cell again. So we're staring at this area right here. And there's a new ignition of some clouds that are forming. And if anything, then this can just move into that general vicinity and go mental too. But as of right now, nothing really is doing too much. Ooh, there isn't really a lot of... Imagine if there was forcing out there. That would be crazy. That would probably be worst case scenario. Huh? Well, good thing that is capped, because you definitely would probably want to just kind of run away from that. You definitely would kind of just not want to, you know, be there. I wouldn't recommend it at least, but thank God it's capped. I mean, you probably could have saw one of the worst tornado outbreaks of all time and or one of the strongest tornadoes of all time. But still, I mean... yeah, that would not do. Well, anyways. Bulldog, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Well, at least welcome back to the channel, I should say. Long time no see. Let's see. Part of me just, like, loves to look at... Are you going to survive here in Atlanta? Of course you are. You probably are, at least. Tonight, looking a lot more interesting according to the NAM 3K. You're talking about the riots. Okay, well then, I don't know. Atlanta does what it wants. Gonna be completely honest with you. If something forms here, or something moves into this area, train will go boom. So let's see if the NAM says that something forms. Something starts, but then doesn't continue. Interesting. Nine? What? Did you miss any tornado warnings yet? Nope, not really. We were just talking about the risk in Russia. That's a lot of capping. Negative 561 CINH. That's a rip. Let's see. I am curious. When is the next advisory coming out? This is what? 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So I have to wait another 3 hours, 3.5 hours for the next update. Which, that sucks. When will I actually have a chance for good severe weather? Because your power went out and your camera blurred out when I was recording the storm that hit me earlier with 50-mile-per-hour wind. I don't know. Anything that happens over there is quite weird, I'm going to be completely honest with you, so... let's see... Want to join the free gift card giveaway? Free gift card giveaway? Depends on which gift card. Depends. What's worse, Sharknado or COVID-nado? Honestly, depends. If you want to install fear in every single person in all of the world, so they would basically, like, I guess, die of shock, then Sharknado. But if you want to just take out mass parts of, I don't know, just population and stuff like that. COVID NATO. Kim Jong NATO. Kim Jong Jo. What have you done? Let's see. Moj Lamau. Depends upon your risks. COVID actually attacks people with a weaker immune system, or at least it gives them worse risk. Nuclear NATO. Dude, I'm gonna be completely honest, and it may be because I've watched a bunch of animes or stuff like that, or played a bunch of video games, but I'm honestly surprised that in the games and or animes that I've watched, there has been some instances where I'll say terrorists like try and, you know, take out a nuclear facility, you know, like a nuclear power plant, cause like a nuclear meltdown, stuff like that. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't done that yet in the real life. Because think of it this way. They would want to cripple that country. To the point where they would sacrifice their own lives, too. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. I'm like, you know, it probably will happen eventually. It probably will. In which, I'm kind of glad I don't live near any right now. Who knows? I might later. But you guys kind of see what I mean. Or I'm kind of like, you know, why hasn't this happened? Stop giving them ideas. You think they would have already had them. Does he do live streams for landfalls in other countries? Funny you should say that, my friend. Behold. Behold the power of Nathan Snyder. Welcome to South Korea, my friend. We can do live analysis for them, too. But that's basically the only ones we can do. I mean, we have a radar in Japan. But Japan, this is like one of our radars that we put in there. And Japan doesn't have any radars. You also need to get a certificate to actually cover the stuff like that, to be like some sort of meteorologist over there. Yeah. And then we also have a radar in, let's see, there's Guam. There's Guam. Boom. We got radar for that. And stuff like that. Here we got the exclamation point Japan. Well done, Fiery does stuff. Well done. Lightning on the shirt is indicative of the passion in the heart. Much respect from Hawaii. Yep, thank you, my friend. B8614, thank you. Anyways, we got Guam. And then we also got Hawaii, too, for whenever that impacts Hawaii. Yeah, we can do live streams for Hawaii, too, for landfalls. If it happens. Bunch of different radars that we have here. You know, we have them on all sorts of different islands here. I don't know all the islands, and I'll learn them eventually. Because I probably will have to. But we got so many radars here that, you know, it'll be nice across the board. Radar do be like that. Let's see. You need a Kim Jong-jo command or else you'll be sent to the North Storm Central where I'm the leader. Sure you are. Sure you are. But yeah, we've got all different areas. Oh yeah, we also have Puerto Rico too. Hold up. Do I have Puerto Rico saved? Yes, I do. Look at that. Boom. Puerto Rico as well. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. But yeah, we actually used the Puerto Rico radar for coverage of Dorian. So that was pretty nice too. But we can cover up all sorts of stuff. Isn't man-made. We don't understand disease and pathogens yet. We kind of do, but we kind of don't. It's more or less mutates on itself. It has its own mind. The food that my parents make are delicious.
Police!
Oh boy.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
I be scared of Trump Nadio Foreman say to ever one you file.
Can you imagine a tornado? Let's just say hypothetically. Can you imagine a tornado? Literally comes down. And then it says, "You're fired. You're done. Fake news." I probably would straight up move, would probably leave, would probably just go in. I wouldn't just go into my underground bunker. I would probably plan for the future, for some sort of nuclear apocalypse, because a Trump NATO would probably decimate everything. I'm going to be completely honest. But JMJ Show Channel with the $10 super chat. My goodness. The moment when you can feel the pressure beginning to drop in your house. Oh yeah, dude. That is... Whenever that happens. Train go boom. Yeah. So there aren't any tornado warnings at the moment, which is a good thing. However, a bunch of the severe thunderstorm warnings have kind of died out. This is a pretty nice little bow echo that's just impacting Glasgow now. Which makes sense. Can you please stream for the blizzards? That would be very fun for people like you that live in the Northeast. Get a lot of snow every year. Also, can you do radar, obviously, for that too? I sure can. I can show you guys snow. I can show you guys ice. I can show you guys sleet. I don't have... Can somebody give me a... Somebody give me a famous blizzard or something like that, a specific date, please. And where it was at. I haven't tested it yet. But you guys can see my new graphics for that too. I don't know if I will live stream that. I have to say that much. Because blizzards are kind of boring. If you think of it this way, it's just a bunch of snow. Nothing really, that happens out of the ordinary. It's a long process, per se. I mean, I can do, like, quick streams. Like, Blizzard update. January 20... I need, like, specific places. Like, towns, cities. Blizzard Nemo, 2013, Connecticut. What day? Is it country fried steak? No, it is not. It's actually pork. I believe this has a special marination. I think this is what? Apricot. I think this is apricot, if I remember correctly. Chicago. Finally, we got one. All right, I got you. Let's pull that data out. Chicago is what? KLOT? Yep, KLOT. All right, let's bring in some data. Alrighty. Yeah, it hasn't been winter over here either. Dude, I only got 2 inches of snow, and I live in Pennsylvania. Alright. Let me go back over here. It's products. Alright, we need NextRad, radar data access. Select by map. I want Chicago. This is January. Actually, let's do February 1st. This is 2011. Alright, we're going to want to create the graph. We're going to direct download. And we're going to do the end of the run. We can do the end of the run. Should theoretically be okay. Alright, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho. There we go. That's the ones that we're going to use for this demonstration. You guys ready? Actually, you can just use Milwaukee because it's close. Boom. Alright, so a bunch of snow reports. I can't use precip type on this? This is stupid. What do you mean I can't? It's probably because it was in 2011. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. Does anyone have anything that's closer or sooner? God, so many reports though. My goodness, look at this. Why can't I use precip type? That's so stupid. Let's see. January 19th, 2019, where at? February 7th, 9th, 2013. Nemo was a whale of a time, I gotta say. Wait a second. Okay, that's 2016. So Stella, 14th of March. It's in New Jersey. Hugh. Oh, 27th, 28th in Chicago. Okay, that makes things a whole lot easier because I already was doing stuff in Chicago here. Give me a second. April 27th through the 28th. There was snow during that time? 2019. That was last year. What happened? For real? For real? Okay, let's just use this then. Okay. We're gonna use that. We're gonna move it over here. Please work. Please. Please. love of God, I would love it to work. If it works, this is going to be great. I have to say that much. But it better work. And if I can't use it until a lot later, then that's going to be very unfortunate. I have to say, this is very upsetting. What if I just use precip type now then? Alright, if I use precip type here, and then I move this over to here, then what will happen? Please! Please! Precip type! Please! Anything in Illinois doesn't look like it all too much. There is some stuff every now and then. Please. 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 I don't even know anymore. Alright, well. It's quite unfortunate. F in the chat for this dude who decided to spam in my DMs. Yeah. We actually were quite chill, we were. But that's unfortunate. You know what else is unfortunate? Is the fact that I can't actually show you guys what this new color table looks like. And it's so stupid. God. I would have loved if I actually was able to show you guys, but nope. Apparently, whenever you download Nextrad data, you can't actually show the precip type, which is stupid. So I guess I'll have to show you whenever I live stream in the winter then. Who knows? Might be relatively soon, but you guys can see the different color tables right here for the precip type. Obviously, I got my original one right there. There's my original one for the rain. But you see the 3 other lines too. I'm assuming that you guys can guess which ones those are. If you guys can actually guess that, then that would be great. Big cookie. Big cookie right there. Let's see. Yeah, nothing really too much is happening in Illinois. Just a bunch of scattered storms, maybe some gusty winds, but nothing really too much. Nothing really too much. 30 by 60 foot shed destroyed in Montana. So that's unfortunate. Severe weather followed you to New Hampshire. Seems legit. Bruh. What is it with these people that spam? You know, I give them chances. I give them multiple chances. I try to help them. And I feel so bad too, because I want to help everyone. Can't control how people act, but like, come on. I want to help people. even possibly influence them into how they act, but come on. That, by the way, everyone, was Clout McDonald's. McChicken looking ass. I'm trying to help. I want to help people. That's the reason why way back when. You know, alright, I'm gonna spit some things. Alright, this is me with my open mic here. Open mic here, telling people my honest to God opinions. Alright? I don't care, you know, if you're part of the community who I'm about to talk about. Just let me talk to you guys about this. So, way back when, you guys probably heard, probably about 2 months ago, that my community and David's community wasn't really gelling too well. Alright? You guys, if you guys don't know who David is, it's David Schlotthauer. He's a decent guy who kind of knows stuff about weather. Obviously, we all know I have a bias towards my own work, but, you know, he knows stuff about weather. And their community and my community were not getting well all too much. And I had an opinion that most of the people in all communities refuse to kind of not really look at both sides of the story. I couldn't explain myself, and people would constantly try and take shots at me about, you know, just stupid stuff. They'd say, you know, oh, you must be going to Penn State. Here, I think I have a screenshot. Literally said, the person said that I should be a carpenter instead. And I was just like, dude, that is extremely, you know, why would you say that? Here it is. This person right here. I think you should be a carpenter. And they also said that David was a whole lot better than me, so that I'm basically useless. Which, that argument is stupid, but it still hurt. It still hurt a lot. I want to try and help everyone. I want to try and make it so that, you know, this person is a good example. They could just be happy for people. They could just be like, oh, cool, you're doing your own thing. And then just be done with that. It'd just be interesting. What am I studying in weather? I haven't really gone into details about what I want to study in college, but what I mainly want to do is just basically study supercellular structure in severe weather. I'm going to be doing independent studies, probably. But, you know, it's just one of those things, and this was just on one occasion too. There was multiple times where when I would just drop into his, you know, his live stream just to be like, hey, what's up, and just give my 2 cents. Boom, gone. These people would just do bleh. You know, I was, you know, in my gut, you know, I always wanted to try and help people in any way that I could. And to help try and persuade them into a better mentality. I would say a better mentality. And if it wasn't going to be, if I wasn't going to be able to help others outside of my community, then I was for sure going to try and influence my community as to how they should act too. Now, granted, that has not worked out as well as I thought it would. You know, and it's mainly because you can't really control 1,760 people, but you know, it's still one of those things where I wanted to make it so that this community would be able to be open with each other, talk to people about, you know, stuff in general, and not be berated by their opinions. Everyone could be accepted. But, you know, it's a lot more difficult than I actually thought it would be. And it hurts to fail. It always does. With that being said, I'm not giving up. I do give people too many chances, though, I will say. Sometimes I just think that, you know, I'm too lighthearted. But going into hurricanes, I'm thinking more about severe weather because you live in the Midwest. That's pretty good. Good weather analyst, the sporter to me. Thank you. You would be amazing in the community. Jason Berger, thank you. I really do appreciate you all. I really do. I really do. It's just one of those things where I hate to lose. And in this case, I want to help as many people as I can. Yeah, you guys are seeing this bottom line here too. This right here is the truth as well. Let me go ahead and erase that for you all. This right here, the reason why I took a screenshot of these two messages, the top was the worst, the bottom is the best. You could go into details, make comparisons to other things, yin and yang, polar opposites. But this right here, this is a big inspiration to me. This entire clip right here. This tells me that there's always going to be people who will put me down, and this tells me that there's a reason why I do all this. So, that's basically all that I have. My 2 cents, my tea right there. So, anyways, have you seen CSU's new forecast? Phil said that in 2005 is the only time that we're going to have with 20 storms or more. I mean, what was it? Didn't I have 18 to 20 named storms or something like that with like, what, 8 to 11 hurricanes? Would not be surprised if that happened. Let us see. Weather Decoded is actually pretty good with his forecasts. If he ever makes forecasts, I'm going to say that much because he can be inactive sometimes. But yeah, he can be pretty good. I haven't actually paid attention to Weather Decoded a whole lot. I'm going to be completely honest. But I have seen a couple of his stuff. And he's pretty good. He's pretty chill dude as well. You had 16 to 19, 7 to 9, hurricanes 2 to 4. Here we go with 2020 wanting to screw us over again. Oh yeah, for sure. Inspiration. It's Morgan Fluid, Nate Snyder, and one more Ginger C. Thank you, Jason Berger. Whoa!
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Him in South Carolina went to Seneca to check out the F3 tornado damage. It was crazy. For some reason we keep escaping very severe weather since then.
So you're referring to Easter then? Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. Oh boy, but Vasily Galenko Jr., thank you for the $11.22 super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. I actually do. I really do. So, yeah, South Carolina doesn't seem to be getting all too much of the severe weather, mainly because there just hasn't really been anything organized. All the stuff is mainly towards the northern part of the United States. So, True facts, true facts. When are the storms going to fire up? Well, the storms have fired up into a line. They formed up into a line now. The other storms... Oh, this is a 54 mile per hour wind gust. That's a rip. This thing's not as strong as it once was then. Those ones are forming into a line. You can find some popcorn cells down across the board with that one. But here are some of the cells down to the south. Now, whether or not these form is the real question. If they do, then it probably will be... It could get relatively interesting. An outflow boundary actually just formed and popped the cell right there. So, could be happening right now. We could have cells trying to initiate right now. And this could be the areas to watch, for sure. Dr. Greg Forbes is one of the best, if not the best, at what he does. Oh, yeah. And that's the reason why... No, he's a big influence as to, this stuff. You can kind of see I've adapted my personality when it comes to talking about the weather after him. Very unfortunate that he had to become semi-retired, but you know what? He has been with the company for quite some time, and he deserves a rest. He honestly does. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff that's going on right now. Bunch of cells. Anything and everything is getting reported right now, but a bunch of just not as good wind gusts right now. Greg Forbes should deserve a noble. Can we get a lemon in the chat if you agree? Oh yeah, dude, lemons in the chat. Dr. Greg Forbes will always have a special part in my heart. He's a big influence to me. If I could ever meet him in real life, I gotta say, that would be great. That would probably be, I'd say, better than any time I've ever went to a Baltimore Ravens training camp. I met Ray Lewis. Dr. Greg Forbes is that. He is the guy, the top of the line.
Police! Police!
Another one.
Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Ty for saying my name right.
No problem, Vasily.
Police!
Oh.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
I learn that in life you going to fail at rhyme, but if you can get back up and learn it going to make you more successful. Thumbs up.
That is the plan. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's put it this way. I don't have to be the only one to tell you guys this, but don't take anything from no one. As long as you have a goal in mind, you can do anything. Of course, there's going to be times where it's going to be difficult, and, you can complain all you want. Personally, I feel like complaining is a whole lot better as long as you don't envelop yourself in that complaining. If anything, it's more or less just, shouting out your own inner anger and or talking out loud. You can do anything that you want if you put your mind to it. Because in the end, you're going to be satisfied that you did it. And that's all that you can ask for. That's all that I can ask for. I try to better myself in this every single time I step up to the plate. You guys learn something new. I learn something new every single time I do this. So, really do appreciate that much. Let's see.
Police! 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 Help! Police! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Take my euros and my subpar European Cape values.
Oh boy, D Shiv with the €5.49. Yeah, technically it's a €5.49 super chat. 5.49 euro super chat. Something of the sort. I really do appreciate it, my friend. I really do. Vasily Galenko Jr. with a $5.02 super chat. No problem for saying your name correctly. And JMJ Show Channel, thank you again for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Let's give Nate Minute Maid sponsorship. Dude, I drink their stuff all the time. All the time. So gimme all of... You know, I literally self-promote it on this channel. True facts. So the least that they could do is they could say, hey, you should get a sponsorship from us. Can you look at Oakfield, Wisconsin tornado? What day was that? So that I can look at it. Any tornadoes? There was a confirmed tornado earlier. Not right. Not anymore. The risk might be kind of bleh now. I mean, there's... Excuse me. There are still some storms. I knew there was a reason why my literal sixth eye. You know, I say it's my sixth eye because sometimes I actually just like have this feeling in my body to where I'm just like, dude, it's not gonna be worth it. Not gonna be worth it if you stream. You know, stuff like that. It's not gonna do anything. You know, granted, we had a confirmed tornado earlier, and we also basically predicted a tornado, so I think that's perfectly fine. At least we got a couple tornado warnings out of it. But a part of me was just like, dude, nothing's gonna happen today. Nothing's gonna happen today. It's like, if you ever watch Twister, and Bill literally was just like, dude, we should turn over here on this road. We'll get the tornado. And then the other dude is just like, oh, we're not going to go over there. You know, the antagonist of the movie. The one who gets impaled by a giant metal beam at the end of the movie. You know, I kind of compare it to that, where I'm just like, dude, this stuff happens, this stuff doesn't. But it's like, most of the time, it's just like, nothing happens. I'm just like, well, not what I meant. When I have this feeling, it means that nothing else is going to happen. And my body is... I'm not sure if... I'm getting that feeling right now. Alright, let's put it that way. I'm getting that feeling right now. And I'm not sure if it's because I want to watch more anime. Or if it's because I actually think that nothing is going to happen. Because I'm trying to think out in front. I want to save up for what could be coming in here. I want to continue to watch this area. I want to. Remember Bill cuz way too much during the movie. Oh yeah. Look at the northeast at around Ohio and Pennsylvania. Sure, why not? July 18th, 1996. Oakfield, Wisconsin. All right, let's take a look and see where Oakfield, Wisconsin is. Tornado. Where is it at? 1996. Okay, so now where is Oakfield, Wisconsin? Oh yeah, I gotta... Here. Duplicate this, and let's go to maps. Oakfield, Wisconsin is right there, which just so happens to be in between Milwaukee and Green Bay. So let's figure out which radar is closer. Where is... Look at northeast, like around Ohio and Pennsylvania. Sure. So right around the border of Ohio and PA, there's actually nothing going on, but there's actually some cells that are moving on through to central PA. Not in my vicinity right now. It'll get there, maybe, probably not. But you still could see some stuff later. You possibly could. Was also an F5. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's see. So this is near Fond du Lac, Oakfield. So let's put a marker right here. Let's turn off radar data and let's see. It seems as if Milwaukee is closer. Here, let's see for sure. 8,260. Oh wait, let's see. So 52 nautical miles. 42. Okay, so we're using Milwaukee then. Looks like we're using Milwaukee's radar for this. All right, so let's go back. Let's go to Milwaukee. This is 18th, 1996. $7:15. Great. Looks like we gotta go on to July 19th. So 7th, 19. This was 96, correct? I think. Yeah, 96. Crate graph, direct download. All right, let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look and see why we were summoned. Why does it only have it 2 hours? Strange. What about prior? Was the radar out? Are you joking me? The radar literally went out. Lit, chat. Great. Absolutely great. I guess we gotta use Green Bay after all. Alright, that's fine. This will be July 19th, 96. Create graph. Direct download. There we go. Alright, let's get down to business. Let's see this tornado, shall we? You're back and you won't believe what happened. What happened? There's a lot of stuff that I don't believe happened. Okay, I think we downloaded enough. I think we did. So much stuff that I've downloaded. This is interesting. Oh crap. Mistakes were made. There we go. Alright, let's take a look. Let's turn on radar data and let's see for ourselves. Let us remove the marker. Here's Oakfield, everyone. Oof. That is a strong tornado that went on through. That is a strong tornado. This is looking up 4,000 feet up in the sky, too. 107 knot delta velocity. We also have to remember that the radar way back when was not as good. But, yeah, this is 75 and 50. That's 125 mile per hour delta velocity. That is definitely trucking. Trucking on through. True
That's
flex.
what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
I love severe weather and enjoy your broadcasts. I moved east from the west coast. We never had severe weather there. Here on the east coast I've driven into severe storms on purpose. One time I was stupid. I drove into a tornado warning.
Vasily Galenko Jr. with the $21.11 donation, the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I love severe weather too, as you guys can tell. Actually, I need to turn on my background. Hold up. I look like a freaking demon or something like that. Yeah, I sometimes drove into storms on purpose too. Yeah. Can I do the I gotta say thank you. Thank you for the $21.11 donation, Vasily. I really do appreciate that. Can I do the 2015 Rochelle Fairdale tornado in Illinois? I sure can. I'm not sure if I actually have that. Yeah. Watertown, Wisconsin. Was that anything too strong? Give me a second, guys. There we go. Let's see. Nate, when they're loading my Mercedes in the tow truck, it rolled off the truck. Are you kidding me? That is a rip. That is a rip and a half. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a literal F. Okay. EF4 tornado. I need to just figure out when it happened. Just so. Finally dissipated at 7:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So 6:39. This was on April 9th. Okay, so we need to do. What we need to do is, first off, let's go into this entire thing. Let's get all this data. Let's delete it. Start anew. That took forever, but there we go. We got that. Alright, now let's take a look. We gotta go to Chicago because that's the closest one. So we gotta go April 9th, which, by the way, I was actually studying Rochelle for a bit. Was that April 9th? Yeah, it was April 9th. On my simulation thing. April 9th. Was it 2015? It was 2015. Wasn't Pilger in 2015 too? I should totally do Pilger. That would be great. One of these days I'll do Pilger. One of these days I will. I'll do some analysis. Let's see. So it started 6:39. So we'll use 30, 35, 40, 45, 49, 54, 59. And then it dissipated at what time? 20. So we'll go... we'll use 4, 11, 15, 20, and we'll go one further than that. We'll use 25. Okay. This should be the entire Rochelle tornado. Should be. I messed it up. Give me a second. Alright, you guys ready? This is the entire Rochelle EF4 that was 1 mile per hour away from being an EF5. Oh, you can also see it too as it passed through Rochelle. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So here's the storm. You can already tell that it actually has supercellular characteristics, so that's nice. The velocities don't really show too much here, but as you can see, as it goes higher up, you can see that it definitely has something there. Actually, I want to take a 3D of it. Look at that inflow notch. That's pretty nice, I have to say. Rotation spans up quite tall. It's pretty nice, I have to say that much. So, yeah, pretty nice storm, to say the least. And then this is where things started to get pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure this is when it first had its tornado signature. I think. Hold up. Let's see. Let's go all the way down here. Tornado warning. It's just radar indicated. Okay, so it actually issued a tornado warning prior to it forming a tornado. So that's good. Oof. Not sure if that's the aliasing, but that's kind of scary. There might be a bit of de-aliasing there. But still, look at that. I even turn off reflectivity. Boom. That's pretty nice. It just went mental, chat. Look at that. That is a debris ball and a half. That is a debris ball and a half. Also, you guys can see why I use spectrum width. Take a look at how it just literally forms a ball. I mean, it literally just forms a ball. And then it moves on through, becomes a larger ball. So that's pretty nice. I mean, it's not nice for the people over there, but still. Let's see if it actually got 160.3 knot delta velocity, anyone? This is very scary. With some velocities off the charts, by the way, still. And the massive debris ball. Let's actually take a cross section. I'm really curious to see how high up the debris spanned. I'm really curious. Okay, so just so happens that the debris literally spanned an upwards of, I'd say it's safe to say, 25,000 feet. I'd say 25,000 feet is how high the debris spanned up, which that's pretty crazy. I also want to take a look at the velocities. You guys can see the how intense they were as they just moved on through. Here, I'll make this a little bit better. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's just crazy. Oh, and you can see spectrum width does that too. This is the reason why I use the spectrum width, guys. Look at that. It literally shows the forcing of the actual tornado. ZDR, you guys can also see why I use that too. Because in specific spots, you can actually see that there is a tornadic updraft. If I can find it here. In this case, it actually doesn't show, which is unfortunate, but you know what? That's fine. But still, I mean, just pretty nice rotation. Pretty nice rotation. Let's see. Do the Watertown, Wisconsin EF4 2011? I might. West Plains, Missouri EF4. Can you do Bassfield? Still can't get over the velocity couplet in the debris. The Andover EF5 1991. I can't do Andover EF5 because we didn't start. They actually didn't start saving radar data until 1995. 2016 Dodge City, Kansas. I haven't seen the radar for those tornadoes. Actually, you know what? I haven't seen Dodge City either. But that's not the point. I said I was going to use... I said I was going to try and do Pilger. And I think I should. I haven't really studied Pilger all too much. ...2014 it was. 6/6/2014. Closest radar I'm assuming would be Omaha. 6/6/2014. Okay, when was this? $340. So we'll go 330, which would be 430, which would be 21. That would be 20Z. That'd be 2030. So let's go with 2026, 2036, 2047, 2057. 21/7, 21/18, 21/28, 21/39, 21/49, 22/0. Okay, that should be good. Not a lot of radar frames to see what Pilger did, but let's take a look for ourselves. Huh? Did I do something wrong? Don't look at me, I'm an idiot. 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 Well, anyways. Let's see. So we want to do 2026, 2031, 2037, 2042, 2047, 2053, 2058, 21/4, 21/9, 21/15, 21/21, 21/26, 21/31, 21/37, 21/42, 21/48, 21/53, 21/59. I think that should be okay. That's plenty of radar frames, actually. That should be okay. Alright, let's see. You guys can't even see the tornado yet because it's covered by the box. That's kind of funny. Oh, that is quite funny. I have to say that. Yeah, there's the storm. You can see it continues to move on through, but you still can't see it yet because it's covered by the box. That's kind of funny. I'm going to be completely honest. Okay, so this is prior to it actually forming. You can already see that there's a bit of rotation back here on that cell. So that's pretty interesting. Not sure if there's rotation here either. But yeah, there's definitely one area of rotation. And there's tornado number 1. There it is. So tornado number 1 kind of starts right there. And yeah, that thing just goes mental. Look at that. I mean, just...
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Can you do May 30th, 1998 Spencer, South Dakota? It sounds pretty interesting.
Okay, I'll do that one after this then. I'll do that one after this one. But Vasily Galenko Jr. with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. I'm from North Central Illinois. Do you think the line near Rockford moving south will strengthen or weaken? I think it will do neither. I think it will sustain. It'll sustain with just gusty winds, my honest opinion. Gusty winds, spotty hail. Don't really foresee anything tornadic, my honest opinion. But still, something that you should continue to monitor as it continues to move on through. We're gonna call someone. There we go, it's Logan.
Yes, I'm back.
What we're basically doing is we're discussing events that happened a while back.
Did I miss anything in the 2 hours I've been off?
Not really. We had a tornado warning that we basically predicted, but that was it. Oh yeah, and multiple severe thunderstorm warnings of 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's really it.
Nice.
Right now we're looking over the Pilger tornado on GR2. So, that's pretty nice. Anyways, chat, whenever you see a delta velocity of 137.9 knots when it just starts to go onto the ground, that's kind of scary. So, and you have 1 pixel of 112, you know, that's basically where you have to say, time for me to go. Don't see any signs of the other tornadic rotation yet. Until later, actually. But even then, look at this. My 163 knot delta velocity. What is this? 110 and 177. That is 187-mile-per-hour delta velocity right there. And then the other storm near Stanton actually starts to form. But the other one, geez, that is a massive correlation coefficient. Look at that. Oh my god. Why? Why? Jessica.
What just happened?
This person just spammed. Derogatory towards one of the people in the chat. Jessica, I'm sorry you had to witness that. I hope you know that the person is kind of... Yeah. You're fine. Becca Lynn! Nice to see that you're back. I had to time someone out. Or not time someone out, I actually had to hide him. Dude, that's what I meant by me giving people so many chances. You know, sometimes I'm maybe just too nice, and I might just have to put him down for the good. Yeah, this delta velocity is so fun. Oh boy. Yeah, these storms are just, this storm just kind of went mental. Oh yeah, I also forgot, these echotops were quite tall too. Especially since it was 59,000 feet. Actually, I'm gonna go a couple frames forward to see if it goes up for over 60. It doesn't say it goes over 60. Oh, there it is! It went over 60! GG. GG, my friend. Alright, well, let's continue to look at what happened with Pilger, because I actually want to see. Let's see. So there we go. We have that. There's the 2 debris balls. I want to see if we can actually get that. Wait, what? There's the storms at Pilger! So it actually just completely recycled all the way through. The one just went to the north. This is where we actually saw the twin tornadoes like right next to each other. This is the Pilger storm right here. Ow. Ow. 119 and 52. What the heck is going on here? Dude, this... 149 not delta velocity. Get out of town. Is Clout back at it again? Yeah, dude, it's just 12-year-olds. I hope he knows that he basically just shoved his admission back into Storm Central right up his ass. I mean, I have to say that much. 159 knot delta velocity on here. I'm seeing 111 miles per hour and 71. That's 182 mile per hour delta velocity. Dude, this thing was mental. The correlation coefficient on this literally just merged with each other, chat. Look at it. This debris signature literally just decided to say, I'm going to basically merge with all of you. I'm pretty sure people did not know what was going on. I'm like very much so positive. I don't think I would have known what was going on. Oh, my goodness. That is crazy to say the least. And then I think another one formed, and there's the correlation coefficient again. Oh boy. Oh, wow. Welcome to Pilger, Nebraska, everyone. Oh, wow, and then it intensified again, and then it detensified. Here, let's actually watch the radar loop. I'm very curious to see. Ooh, so we caught it right to the end. This is all we needed to see. All we needed to see was the fact that it was literally rotating in each other. The whole mesocyclone literally just decided to rotate around each other, which was kind of funny. That probably supports my thesis.
Police!
Oh.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Is that the so-so tornado you looking at, tornado?
Nope, this is the Pilger twin tornadoes in 2014 that I'm looking at. I was very curious to see what I could see on this, and so far I've been thoroughly pleased. This looks absolutely mental. The JMJ Show channel with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. How do you do a custom color palette on GR2? Here, I'll pull up one of my color palettes and show you what it basically looks like. This is the one that this is the one that I had before the one that I have now. So basically, product base reflectivity, units, DBC, step 10. You have to put this in a notepad and make this a .pal file. It has to be a .pal file. It can't be a text file. And then you do the color. You don't have to include this end here. You can just do a specific color, and it would just automatically be a gradient for you. But that's the thing that I had on there. You're back from practice. Would you miss nothing too much? Right now, we're actually talking about the Pilger tornado because, you know, we love to do research here. We're having fun in more ways than one. But yeah, that's basically how you create color tables. And that's my list of anime. I'm not joking you. Look at this. Watch 27 animes. I have 22 on my list. I'm watching... Which one am I watching right now? Oh, yes. I'm watching And You Thought There Is Never a Girl Online. That's the one that I'm watching right now. I don't know. But that's just it. That's just that. That was the color table. The one prior on my notepad thing. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it just looks... This thing just looks insane. And the one thing that I want to notice here, too, I want you guys to notice, is that... So here's the two original tornadoes. This one is off to the south and east. This one's the northern tornado, alright? Watch this tornado literally rotate around this one and then swing this one around. Watch. Watch this, guys. Boom. Alright, come on, dude. What's the point of doing this? I don't see a point of calling out people and stuff like that and doing bad things. Joplin Tornado always freaks me out how quick that developed. Oh yeah, that thing is crazy too. You know what? Let's just do a bunch of tornadoes tonight, alright? It seems as if the severe weather has kind of done its own thing here. Let's check. Yep, nothing really too much. Bunch of gusty winds. Not really too much in our control. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Rapid City. Have this go up. One in Kansas, 2014. Seems legit. The ones in South Dakota are kind of just doing their own thing.
There is a mesoscale discussion about issuing another severe thunderstorm watch in western North Dakota, since the air there is relatively unstable.
I would not be surprised. I
The
honestly...
probability of a watch issuance is at 95%.
Yeah. I mean, I said I wanted to monitor that area later. Later tonight, which is the reason why I kind of haven't really stopped streaming yet. But anyways, let's just continue to take a look. Take a look at this stuff. Oh, I want to take a look at the spectrum width of the two tornadoes. I want to see, because as I said yesterday, my new spectrum width, well, this is the new spectrum width that I created, recently created. Oh my god, you can't even see a single thing. You can't see how differentiated they are. It's literally a giant blob. That's an entire lowering right there. God, the normalized rotation went mental there too. Yep, that sounds about right. And the normalized rotation actually went to 2.5, 2.55, so that's nice. Let's see. Am I going to be live streaming tomorrow? I actually have no clue. Honestly, if it keeps it as a 2%, I might take a break tomorrow, not live stream. Get ready for this weekend, because this weekend's going to be pretty interesting. But I live stream whenever I can and think that there's actually tornadoes. Am I going to be doing the tornado that you talked about? I sure am. Let's see. May 30th, 1998, Spencer, South Dakota. Let's find where Spencer, South Dakota is. Dodge City, Kansas tornado. Okay, yes, I will. May 30th, 1998. When did it drop? Oh yeah, and where is Spencer? Maps. So Spencer is near Sioux Falls, which is luckily near a radar. So we probably could see something. We probably could.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Can you please do the 2016 Dodge City, Kansas tour?
Sure can. We sure can, brother. We sure can do the 2016 Dodge City, Kansas tornado. We'll do that after this. After this one. But thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Sioux Falls. This is May 30th. What time? Oh. Wait, what?
What's up?
Huh. So this thing actually... This thing happened at night. What day is this? 98. Okay. So this is... We'll go to 31 and we'll create the graph here. Don't forget Joplin. Oh yeah. No, I'm going to take a look at Joplin after that one. After the one that Jimmy said. So this happened 38 through 44. So this was actually a relatively short-lived tornado. Relatively short-lived tornado, apparently. Oh wait, no. It actually wasn't a short-lived tornado. It just was... When did it actually start? Damage surveys. I need the survey. When did it start? Dude. Bruh.
What tornado are we talking about here?
Talking about the Spencer, South Dakota tornado. 8:38 p.m. Okay, let's just do 8:38. So if that's the case, that's 1:38. We'll do 128, 133, 138, 143, 148, 154. Let's see. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's gather the data. Let's put it in. There we go. Okay. That is a nice little hook on reflectivity on this storm. I have to say that much. Look at this. Oh yeah, that decimated Spencer. True facts. Just based on right here is...
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Back goes the chair again.
Police!
Can you also do the Greensburg, Kansas back in May 4th, 2007 nighttime storm?
Sure, I can. I for sure can do the Greensburg, Kansas tornado in 2007.
I was gonna say that's a good one.
Yeah. But JMJ Show Channel with another $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I'll do that one after Joplin. Definitely will. But the one over Spencer, dude, 89 mile per hour in one pixel, 60 in another, 129 knot delta velocity. That is chaos. Please do the Tuscaloosa tornado. Actually, somebody said, yeah. I don't know how to... Alright, let's see if I can pronounce the name correctly. I'm sorry if I don't. Kayvon. I think that's how you pronounce it. Asked to do the Tuscaloosa tornado too. So we'll do Joplin, then Tuscaloosa, then Greensburg.
I'm reading the preliminary damage survey for the Spencer tornado, and some of this stuff I'm reading is insane.
Yeah, dude, the base velocities on this thing are crazy. But it was like very short-lived for a bit. Oh my god, that thing de-aliased to hell. What? Yeah, that thing kind of just died. Must say that much.
And in that short time it was on the ground, they estimated wind speeds of 200.
Yeah, I mean, that is crazy. Woof. More after Greensburg? I actually have more on file here. I have the, I don't have the, Bridge Creek one. I have the, 2013 version. I also have the, I also have El Reno on file, too. Actually, hold up. All this... Let's see. Then you know what I am going to do? Hold up. I'm going to create a file. And then this one will be tornado files. Something like that. And then I'll put more in there, put El Reno in there. I'll put this on the thing right there, and I'll create another file. This will be Pilger 2014. And then what I will do is I will mass select this, put the Pilger one in the file, and boom! Now we have Pilger. Pilger was in 2014. Yeah, it was. Okay. Let me save this first. Save. Boom. Let's see. All right, so we said let's do a checklist here. So we said we were going to do Bassfield, so. And then we said we would do oh, we said Dodge City prior to that. Dodge City. When was that? That was in 2016. Okay, so we'll do that one. Bassfield, so. Then we said Joplin. That one's self-explanatory as to when that happened. And then Tuscaloosa. And then we're gonna do Greensburg, Kansas in 07. Oh yeah, and then we said we would do more after that. I also have El Reno on here, so I could also do El Reno if I really wanted to. I slept through a derecho before I tried to drop it. John, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're basically just doing whatever we please. Let us see. So we got that. Actually, we might as well just add El Reno. Boom. Okay, so Dodge City 2016. Let's go and see when that happened.
Dodge City's the next one you're covering.
Yep. Dodge City Tornado 2016. When was that? That was May 24th. That thing looks absolutely mental just by looking at like snippets of videos. Oh my! Ow. That thing was crazy. That thing looks crazy. Alright, Dodge City has its own radar, so thank God for that. But my goodness. May 24th, 2016. Okay, what were the specific times?
I was gonna say it was a whole cluster, so I'm trying to figure out which specific one because the damage report lists off like 9 of them.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the one from 2019? Or is this...
No, I'm looking at 2016, the damage reports. I have ones going from 5:53 all the way to, what was the latest one? 8:29 Central Daylight Time.
Ooh. So many of them around there. Let's see, so where's the EF3? So
there's like 4 EF3s in my report
so
here.
5:53 to 6:25.
4.
How late does this go to? There's
I have
another
5 EF3s on here.
another one. Dude, there's so many. There's so many EF3s. Yeah. And it goes all the way to 8:29 too.
Yeah.
No, it does not have the Tri-State Tornado on file. It can only do anything from 1995 and onwards.
Which one was long? Maybe do which one was longest lasting, or do you want to do highest peak wins? So highest peak wins, there's 140. 40. So 3 over 40 mile an hour here.
Yeah, Well, I'm gonna take a look at the track map and see. So it actually got worse as it continued to move further north. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna take the end of the track map, per se. Well, actually, this was 136. So which one was actually the strongest? I'm gonna look through and see which one was the strongest tornado out of all of them.
In terms of wind speed, there are like 3 of them that have 140.
Yeah, you're right. That's all right. Well, then let's see.
So that don't help you.
It really doesn't. All right. Well, then let's see the largest. So there's 300 yards, 150, 700. Okay, we're starting to get better. Another 700, 150. What? 1,100 yards?
That might be the one to cover.
That one's the one at night. Let's see, when was this? This was near Lewis and Kinsley. Where is that at? Here, give me a second. Where is Lewis and Kinsley? Oh. Well, that's within Dodge City anyway, so I can do that one. Jarrell I actually did. God, it's happening again in the chat. Of course it is. Why? It is what it is. Sent me a Google image. Hey! There's a tornado warning in South Dakota right now. Hold up. Let's cover that. Give me a second.
Let's cover what's happening now. We'll go back to the past later.
Yeah, and this is actually a relatively new tornado warning, actually. So let's take a look at that. Thank God we got that. Thank God we got to that in time. Tornado warning for Pennington County in South Dakota. That'll be in effect until 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Just by taking a look at the velocities, we can actually see that there is some decent rotation there. I can't really say that this thing is currently on the ground right now, but there is definitely a nice presentation on reflectivity. So something to keep in mind as that continues to move on through. This will actually be heading towards Interstate 90. So if you guys live over there, especially near Wall, you guys need to go ahead and take your proper precautions. Let's actually get some timings out for you all just to see that it'll be impacting Interstate 90 in about 10 minutes. So if you live over there, you guys need to go ahead and take your precautions. Get underground or get into the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly bathroom or closet with no windows, so you can put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation as possible. But yeah. Ironic that I literally told people to put as many walls between yourself and the tornadic rotation, and then it's going to be impacting a town called Wall. So, very nice.
It's got decent rotation on it on the storm delta velocity.
It actually does. And the thing about it is that the reflectivity actually has a donut hole for it.
Yeah.
So that, and for it to be that close to the radar and have a donut hole, that's actually a bit concerning to me. As to whether or not it actually produces a tornado, that is the thing. But I said, guys, that as these things continue to move on through, then you possibly could see something. Now, here's the real question. How the heck did this turn into a blob? Like, before we were looking at these little scattered thunderstorms that wasn't gonna do anything. And now it's actually like looking pretty mean and green. If you know what I mean. So it's just, a lot of updraft characteristics across the board with that too. I don't see a correlation coefficient drop right now. I do not see that. So
I can see a tad bit of something on the spectrum width, but I don't see anything on the correlation coefficient.
Let's see. Might go get your mom's car and chase that. You wouldn't be able to. It's about to cross over the interstate, and there aren't any roads that are north of Wall or Quinn. Or at least I don't believe there are a lot. Dodge City was at 6:41 Central Daylight Time. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll actually take that into consideration for whenever I do the stuff. Do a 3D. I hope you guys know that 3D won't actually show us a whole lot in this situation. It's like high precipitation based. This thing, I'm positive no one will be able to see. Highly positive. There is a very small inflow notch, but everything is rain wrapped, so there's no way that you guys would be able to see what all is happening with this. But look at that downdraft right there, chat. Look at how nice it looks. It actually is pretty nice. Looks pretty nice, I have to say. Let's take a look at the rotation. See, ooh, that spans up quite high. Look at that, chat. Woof. Yep. Yep, across the board, it's looking quite interesting, I must say that. What did you miss? Not really too much, Stewie Griffin. Was the STP you were looking at yesterday for today or tomorrow? That, I believe, was today. Which actually, this stuff is now heading into that stuff. So if the cap continues to erode, then there might actually be... This stream may have not been for... this stream may not have been, like, a complete waste.
You might get some good tornadoes if it continues as the model's projected.
Yeah. And if that happens... Ow.
It might be a long night.
Ooh! HRRR says that this cluster of cells maintains into central South Dakota.
Ooh.
This slogan is gonna start going. It's gonna get really interesting, especially since the conditions in that general vicinity are already mental. This is going to get really interesting. The cap is breaking, chat. I said that if this happens, this stuff could get really interesting. Oh. This is really interesting. This is very interesting. Oh. I'm taking a sounding. I need to take a sounding. Logan? 2 words. Loaded gun. This... There's enough cap in here for a loaded gun.
You might see an emergency outlook issued by the SPC soon.
We might, actually. Honestly, we might.
Because so far the enhanced has been maintained and the tornado threat was downgraded to a 2%.
Sheesh. Ooh. This is really interesting, especially with lapse rates already on average around 7.5. It's over 7 anyways in that entire vicinity, and helicity around 500. Yep. This is getting extraordinarily interesting, chat. Sorry if you're in and out of streams. We've been doing important things. That's fine. I understand you have a life outside of this, and you're not required to be here. It's always nice to see that you're here, though. It really is. Looking excellent. There might be an insane tornado. Yeah, I mean, that's good. It might. What's your outlook for tomorrow? Personally, I think that Nebraska is going to see worse stuff, but that's it. We'll see. We'll see. As this continues to move on through. Dude, I'm actually starting to get pretty excited. Let's not anger the tornado gods. Oh, for sure. I wonder, actually, I need to see how much capping inversion is in that area. How much is that? Oh, there's actually a lot of capping inversion out in front of this. So it literally has to fight all the capping inversion with 4,500 joules per kilogram cape. I want to see this then. I want to see something. I'm going to take a look at Theta E. And I'm going to see if it channels it all into a specific area. Does advection do... Okay, so there actually is some sort of advection here. The threat guaranteed dies out by 11 for us. So that's our time frame. 11 o'clock is when it dies out. So that's 2 hours from now, according to the HRRR. Actually, what does the rap say on this? I'm really curious. Because the rap said that everyone said that there was going to be cells here. If I remember correctly, it said that there was going to be cells here. Yeah, it does. Literally said that there's the cells. Does it say that there's anything with significant tornadoes? Kinda. Not really a whole lot. By the way, guys, we're going to be putting the whole looking at historical tornadoes on hold just for a bit. I'm
I
gonna.
don't know if you noticed, but that tornado warning was canceled.
Was it really? Well, that kind of makes sense.
It was canceled as of 2 minutes ago.
That makes sense, to be completely honest with you. It kind of just dissipated now that I look at it on radar. So if that's the case, then we might actually...
Go back for a bit till these reinitiate.
Yeah.
I'm just monitoring like mesoscales and everything else right now where you're doing historical stuff.
Oh yeah. Actually, hold up. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the live data. Give me a second. What in the world is my little brother doing out there? I don't know. Anyways, thermodynamics. Let's take a look at Cape surface based. Actually, can I take a look at... Hold up. Most unstable Cape, most unstable Sin. So let's see. What the heck am I looking at? Okay, so that's a lot of capping inversion. I must say that much. Yeah, that's a lot of capping inversion, but it's just been depleting, so that's good news. I mean, the wind shear is definitely there. I have to say that much. Baby cell ghosts will trigger new storms. Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's already, it's literally setting off all the cap. Which, by the way, I have to figure out. The cap is where again? So, 850 millibars. That's relatively low to the surface. It's gonna create more cape!
Sweet.
Here's my thought process behind this, chat, alright? And if you could basically stick with me for a little bit, alright? Because it'll kind of get a little weird. For all of you guys who were with me for Baby Cell, alright? What happened was a cell formed in Kansas, and it eventually died. But the remnants of it went into the air, created clouds in the area of the capping inversion and eroded the cap. In this case, same concept, but instead of eroding cap, it creates more cape. And how it does that is, we all know that moisture and, well, just moisture makes the temperature a lot cooler, alright? So in this case, what cape is it's the displacement between the temperature of the developing thunderstorm parcel and the actual temperature line out there. Now, because the temperature line is warmer than the developing thunderstorm parcel, it's going to have a lot of cap. But above it, it's, you know, a bit cooler. Those clouds and that rain is basically going to create... Well, it's basically going to make it a lot cooler than it already is. Which in turn will create more cape. So I wonder if the loaded gun will actually fire off. I actually wonder if this happens. Because it could.
and see.
You think of it that way, you know, the logic isn't really flawed. That's actually what could happen. I'm just trying to figure out more ways as to how this situation could get either messed up or it could amplify. And in this case, it seems as if the stuff is just kind of doing its own thing. Now, the stuff in Nebraska, that thing has died. All right? We'll say that much. Not too much rain for that. But, you know, here's the thing. If these storms could develop and sustain, then it could possibly become relatively tornadic. And there's some more initiation to the north here, so we should watch these clusters of cells. We just have to figure out if there's anything organized. Which there very well could be. Very well could be as it continues to move along the line. Although, the difficult thing about this is that we have to watch out for the southernmost part of these cells, because advection is going to be fueling these with a bunch of energy. So that's going to be really interesting to say the least. Which will break the cap, right? Kind of. Depending upon how much energy there is, it could initiate thunderstorms a lot. Let's put it this way. If thunderstorms initiate, it could be a lot more explosive and a lot more hazardous and a lot more dangerous. We'll say that much. So, gotta watch that. Why did everyone say 2020 was going to be a hyperactive tornado year? Did they say that? I didn't hear anything about that. Could I do a simulation? I don't have the simulation software on me right now. It'll be in that computer that I'm building. But yeah. As the sun goes down, it could break the cap too. Not really. As the sun goes down, it tends to add more cap. Due to the fact that everything starts to kind of, you know, mess up a bit. It's just because there's not as much heat at the surface, it's not really going to do all too much. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see as it continues to move on through. But as for right now, it does seem as if, excuse me, it does seem as if it's kind of debatable as to what all could happen. I must say, if you guys are new to the live stream and you enjoy the content, please be sure to hit that like button. All right, very much so would like that. As well as if you have any friends or family that would enjoy this, tell them to come on over, so that you guys could hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for whenever we live stream. We basically chill out and have fun. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. It's nothing personal if I skip over it, because I may accidentally do so. But yeah. The tornado was the Ford Kansas EF3 that went into Dodge, but was named Ford. Oh, so that's nice. Well, because we are kind of just like chilling out a bit. Let's see. This is Ford County. All of them are the Ford tornado. Lit. Lit. All right. Well, let's see. I'm assuming the one that he's talking about. Okay, 613. So that was an EF1. I'm not gonna cover that. Not gonna do that. Let's see. What the world is happening over there? I don't know. One supercell produced numerous cyclic tornadoes starting a few miles north of Manila. Okay, so that's nothing really too interesting. Good thing none of these tornadoes actually caused any injuries or deaths. So that's pretty good. You go back to 2:58 p.m. Central Time in Brenham, Texas. Check the wind speeds for earlier today. I don't think I can do that. I mean, I could, but it would just be model data. I don't have anything recorded. The 150-yard EF3 one. This isn't an EF3. This is an EF1. This is a 115 mile per hour, 150-yard one. There isn't a 150-yard EF3 one. There's a EF2 and an EF1 of that. Yeah, Russia's in a PDS right now. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, we should be fine. So let's just go to, we'll say 23. Yeah, we'll do 2310 and above. Yeah, 2310 and above. 1.9 miles long. .9 miles wide or long? Oh, those path length. And stop spamming, Jimmy S. This is the reason when you ask for mod, I don't give it to you. You said 1.9? There isn't one that was 1.9 miles in length. So I don't know what you're talking about, my friend.
I mean, there's one that was 11.9. That's close, but
What? 11.9 is close to 1.9? What?
no, I'm referring to the fact that maybe he was rounding to 11.9 and maybe forgot to type an extra 1 in.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, it could be true. If that's the case, then that's probably the one that we're doing. There was one injury, actually, from that tornado, so that's unfortunate. Storm report said 1.9 miles length. Well, then that's a rip. Let's see. So we're going to do 8, 15, 22, 28, 35, 41, 34, 55. And then we'll go into the next day. 2, 8, 15, 21, 28, 34, 41, 48, 55, and 2. That's as far as we can go.
Yeah, see, I was right. Jimmy said later on the commentary was 11.9. So it is that one.
Okay.
In Russia, PDS is for nothing.
Yeah, that's technically true, Grant. But Grant, Conroy, I should say. God, I can't speak today, whatever reason. Thank you for the $22.99 super chat. I really do appreciate it. The Northern Illinois line of storms has a chunky boy shelf cloud for real. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. It has a nice little outflow boundary last time I checked. Yeah, look at that. Nice outflow boundary. It's doing its own... It's having a whale of a time. Okay. So we got the data. Let's go over here. Let's go to GR2. Let's see for ourselves the Dodge City tornado. This is basically 2 hours of radar data. I can only get 2 hours and do this stuff, so. But yeah. I haven't a whale of time, I must say. I can see there's a bunch of chaos in there as well. Bangladesh. I can't go anywhere outside of the U.S. and I can't go anywhere that's